Hi, Mom. Yeah, no, can you pick up Chris after school? Yeah, I'm at the doctor's.
Mrs. Harris?
Describe your symptoms.
Hang on. Stress, headaches, nausea. Yeah, well, I work on Saturdays.
And how long has this been?
Equanimity. Balance your lifestyle.
Hey, Valder.
Hey, we're live on the air. Thanks for joining us on the Valder Beatty Show, live from Dallas, Texas. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Valder.
Oh, Jason Omara, I'm so excited to talk about complications. Catch me up.
So, Complications is a high-octane thriller from the creator of Burn Notice, and it's about an ordinary Atlanta ER doctor who saves the life of a young boy and gets dragged into this very dangerous gang war. The young boy's father, as it turns out, is a local gang leader serving time in prison, and orders John Ellison, my character, to be the boy's guardian and to protect him at all costs. And this may sound easy, but it turns out it's a lot more difficult and more complicated than it sounds.
Well, also, too, is the doctor or your character, is he crossing into a lifestyle that he doesn't really know?
Absolutely. He's a fish out of water here. I mean, you know, Matt Nix's previous show, Burn Notice, was about spies who had a very particular skill set that was very well suited for the work they had to do. Whereas in this show, John Ellison is being forced to do a lot of things against his will outside of the hospital. So he may be a doctor when he's inside the four walls of the ER, but outside of it, you know, he's in a world where he doesn't belong, and he has to rely on other aspects of his personality to get him out of trouble.
It's complications. I see so many pop culture things going on in a little clip that I saw. So is this life imitating art, or art imitating life, and it's to a certain extent?
In what way?
Well, going where people, the main character, he doesn't have this kind of life, yet he crosses over into a life that's very different from his. And now people want to seem to go out and have experiences that are beyond their homogenized life.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good point. Certainly, you know, John is someone who feels very powerless about his own life. The things that have happened in the recent past have left him feeling useless and kind of like he has no control over the things that are happening in his life. I think we can all relate to that in some way. And because of what happens, because he makes this one decision to go and help someone instead of run away from it, he sort of, it's about him sort of coming to terms with the nature of his own power and realizing that he as an individual, he does have a degree of power and control over the things that are happening around him. And he's trying to figure out the right way to use it and to affect a positive outcome. The problem is that he doesn't always do the right thing. In fact, he often has to break the law in order to you know, protect people, which is the right thing to do in that situation, but or at least it's the right reason, but it might not be the right thing to do, if you know what I mean.
I know. Try explaining that one in court. Let me ask
Exactly.
you, your first.
It's a gray area.
Here on TV. pretty regular. But your first foray into TV, was it the HBO miniseries Band of Brothers? Was that the first time you came to TV? Because I've seen you in more feature films.
Yeah, it was the first time I did American television. I'd done a lot of British television, you know, BBC series like Monarch of the Glen, and I did another series called Berkeley Square, which was a sort of long before, you know, these other costume dramas that have come along. So I was getting some experience in television and stage in my 20s in London, but yeah, it wasn't really till I moved here after Band of Brothers that things really took off for me in the States. And touch wood, there's a bit of wood down there. Things have been going well ever since.
Okay. So when are we going to be watching Complications?
You can watch Complications at 9 o'clock or 8 Central on USA Network Thursday nights. And you can catch up with it either online at the USA Network website or on demand.
Well, I want to thank you so much, Jason Omara, for talking about Complications. I think you're going to be a hit.
Thank you, Valder. From your lips to God's ears.
Thanks for being my guest on the Valder BB Show and giving me an insider's view. Thank you very much.
You got it.